Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Oh my god, my piano's on from yesterday. Let me turn that off. Hello. Good morning. We have a new camera. We have a new mic. Today I'm going to be going to the park and I will be doing some junk journaling. And while we're junk journaling, I'm just going to kind of talk about what's been on my mind. The Stardew Valley 1.7 update that was announced.
Update, I was saying, I don't know if we're gonna make another update, but I wanted to share something with you tonight. It's kind of a secret. There's gonna be another update.
And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about my music, and we're just going to be junk journaling and having a great old time. Let's go. I have a new camera. It is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It's got face tracking. I can use it to stream. Oh, I have low tire pressure. Really cool. Really, really cool. Love that. It's always something, isn't it? I also have a broken ass fucking side view mirror. I may or may not have hit a trash can a couple weeks ago and still haven't gotten it fixed. There she is. Broken as shit. Duct taped. I would love to get that fixed, but one day I will, probably. So yeah, I think I am going to be listening to my music in a second here. I like to give my music car listens to kind of test how the mix sounds through different speakers. I did write a new song. It's been over the process of a couple of weeks I've been writing a song, but it's really coming together and I'm very excited to keep working on it. It's not finished yet, but has great potential. The song that I was working on my last vlog is also coming together, almost done, but maybe I'll show you guys a little sneak peek of some songs today, perhaps, because, I don't know, I think I kind of popped off. You say it's your foundation. Well, I tried all the signs led to this road. Easy. Damn, you're so easy. So easy. Disappointed but not surprised. It doesn't take a genius to recognize. You felt you mistook my presence as a given. Pushed me so far away, got lost enchanted. You know, if you had half a brain, you would have told me not to stay. So as my final act of love, I'll never speak to you again. I fucking cooked, dude. I cooked. And I'm not even done with it yet. Haha! Let's go. If you watched my last video, I mentioned that I used to be the Easter Bunny at a park. This is the park that I used to be the Easter Bunny at. Everybody who's here right now, they don't know that they're here with a local celebrity. I know you all want to hear my thoughts about the Stardew Valley 1.7 update, and I will get into that, but first, I want to tell you guys about this book that I've started reading, The Artist's Way. The Artist's Way is like it's like a 12-week program for people who are either like having creative blocks or just kind of want to get back in touch with their creativity. And as you know, that is something that I've been getting back into, is making music. Music has always been a huge part of my life, and over the past few years, I've kind of been abandoning it just because like I was really going all in on gaming and Stardew and building my YouTube channel on that. And it's been good. Like, I do enjoy it, but I want to be known for more than being the Stardew girl, you know? I should have brought bug spray. So yeah, I've been reading The Artist's Way, and I wanted to share some highlights from chapter 1 that I highlighted. So basically how this book works is like, there's some key factors. There's the morning pages, which is you have to journal 3 pages each morning. There's the artist date, which is what I'm doing right now. You have to, once a week, take yourself out on a date to fulfill your creative well, you know? So that's what I'm doing right now. So basically, you pick a day of the week to read a chapter, and then you spend the week implementing the chapter, and then you read the next chapter, implement the chapter, next chapter, implement the chapter, and that's how it works. Week 1 is about recovering a sense of safety within yourself. It talks a lot about shadow artists, and basically what that means is people who people who don't consider themselves artists because they've been told their whole lives that it's not something that is sustainable or like something that should be done. So they choose here. I think I've highlighted. Very often, audacity, not talent, makes one person an artist and another a shadow artist. Shadow artists often choose shadow careers, those close to the desired art, even parallel to it, but not the art itself. Creativity is play, but for shadow artists, learning to allow themselves to play is hard work. Judging your early artistic efforts is artist abuse. Too real. There's a butterfly. I think I'm near like a butterfly garden, so there might be little butterflies flying around. Moving on. Masochism is an art form long ago mastered, perfected during the years of self-reproach. This habit is a self-hating bludgeon which a shadow artist can beat himself right back into the shadows. Creative recovery is like marathon training. We want to log 10 slow miles for every 1 fast mile. In order to recover as an artist, you must be willing to be a bad artist. It highlights some core negative beliefs that shadow artists kind of tell themselves. Your enemy within, it says. And it lists 20 different core negative beliefs that shadow artists may believe. And I highlighted 4 that stuck out to me. One of them was, I will do bad work and not know it and look like a fool. I will never have any real money. I will only have one good piece of work in me. Or, it's too late. I haven't become a fully functioning artist yet, so I never will. And it says, none of these core negatives need to be true. They come to us from our parents, our religion, our culture, and our fearful friends. Each one of these beliefs reflects notions we have about what it means to be an artist. Most blocked creatives carry unacknowledged either-or reasoning that stands between them and their work. I can either be financially successful or an artist. It is quite possible to be an artist and financially successful. If we can become 1/10 as good at positive self-talk as we are at negative self-talk, we will notice an enormous change. And it lists some creative affirmations. Basically, in week 1, you're supposed to kind of listen to your core negative beliefs that you have and turn them into affirmations. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I've been journaling 3 pages every morning, which is a lot. I mean, it sounds hard, but it's a lot harder than it sounds to write 3 pages of stuff every morning. I've done it every day so far, and I'm going to keep doing it. It's harder than it sounds. But yeah, I've been kind of at war within myself about Stardew Valley, as weird as that sounds. Because, like, if you don't know, there was big news kind of about Stardew this past week as of recording this. Concerned Ape kind of revealed at the Stardew Valley Orchestra that there's going to be a 1.7 update. We don't have any information on that or like what that's even going to look like, but he said that it's happening. There's going to be a Stardew Valley 1.7 update, which is crazy. I have many thoughts on that, but not in a way of like thoughts on the update. It's more just so thoughts of like how I want to go about that. This, by the way, is my junk journal. On the first page, I have a little letter from Liz the Lass. She sent me a little letter in the mail for helping her out with something with her channel. I was moderating for her, and she sent me a little letter as a thank you. It was very sweet. If you don't know, I actually met Liz the Lass a few years ago. We went to Camp Flognaw together. It was very fun. She's very sweet, and I miss her, but she lives in LA. I live in Florida, so we don't really ever see each other. But we talk here and there. She's a busy gal. But yeah, this is my junk journal. Got little gummy bear, chocolate covered gummy bears from Trader Joe's. Yummy. It sounds gross, but they're actually really good. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of be working on this while I'm talking. Oh, also I painted this little slime. Look at it. How freaking cute. It's a rock. I painted it. But yeah, Stardew Valley 1.7. Am I excited about it? Yes. Typically, when information like this comes out about Stardew, typically I jump right to TikTok and start making a TikTok about it. But what's funny is people know that I make Stardew content, and I get people send me a lot of, like when there's Stardew information, I get so many DMs from people that are like, look, did you see it? And I'm like, yes, I've seen it. Yes, I know. There's going to be another Stardew update. I have seen it. I am aware. And people do that like out of like, they want more Stardew content from me, and like that's so cool that people think of me when they see Stardew stuff. But it just didn't feel right for me, in my journey that I'm in right now of becoming the artist that I know I am. Didn't feel right for me to make Stardew content about it. I don't want to be known as the Stardew girl anymore. I just don't. I'm so much more than that. And it's not that I won't play the new Stardew update, which honestly, it probably won't even come out for like freaking 5 years. I don't know. That's probably a bit of an exaggeration, but like, we don't have any information on it. Will I play it? Most likely. Yes, I will. Well, yes.
Oh, yes.
But will I continue to be a Stardew Valley reporter? No. I will not. I am considering still talking about Haunted Chocolatier here and there, because I do have a series that a lot of people look forward to where I talk about Haunted Chocolatier every October, talk about all the new things and stuff. I might still do that. Maybe in a slightly different way, but I think I might still do that, at least for now. But yeah, I just want to be seen as a musician. That is what I want to do, and it's what I know I can do. I know that I make really good music, and I know that people will enjoy it and want more. And the crazy thing is, as I've been posting more kind of like lifestyle vlogs and stuff like that, I've been kind of losing subscribers. And I think it's like interesting because I have created this persona online, this gaming persona about Stardew. And like people subscribe to me because they wanted to hear me talk about Stardew. So like I understand why people are unsubscribing when I'm sort of trying to move on a little bit. But I just keep telling myself that like making room for the people who actually care about me instead of just caring about Stardew, you know? Stardew is really cool. I love Stardew, but I think at a certain point it's just best when you find yourself in a niche like that, it's never going to be sustainable to just stay in that niche forever. So I need to move on. I don't really even know what a new Stardew update would even be. I feel like my gut instinct is to say it's going to be kind of like an NPC update, like, because people are always complaining about how like the NPCs are kind of dull sometimes, and like marriage is like kind of dull and stuff like that. I feel like it might be something like that. And he also kind of talked about making everybody romanceable in Stardew on the Bobby Lee podcast. It was something that he mentioned. So I don't know, maybe he just got inspired from that and he's like making everybody romanceable. That would be really cool. I would enjoy that. Although I don't really play Stardew much for the dialogue. I more so play it for the grind of it all. I'm really into just like doing the money grind and like having a pretty farm. I also see people worrying that because of this update, like that Haunted Chocolatier is going to be delayed again. And Concerned Ape says that it's not going to be delayed, that it's not going to affect Haunted Chocolatier, which I don't know how that's possible, but that's what he said, so I'll take his word for it. I am going to the Stardew concert on September 28th in Fort Lauderdale, and I will be vlogging that too, so that'll be fun. I've also been considering archiving a lot of my Stardew stuff. Not all of it, but some of like the older stuff that isn't even like valid anymore. Like a lot of the stuff I made like has had updates and like isn't even fully like valid anymore. I just really want to kind of run as fast as I can from being the Stardew girl, and I want people to like me for me. It's hot out here. The M's came off of the M&Ms. It's hot. I'm also trying to get better at trying to get better at talking for long periods of time. It's something that like, I guess in a way I am a shadow artist of talking. I always feel like I have this like deep-rooted thing that it's like, I think it's social anxiety, but it's like what you have to say is like stupid, or like you're never gonna talk right, and like just I'm always belittling myself like that, and I think I need to stop doing that. So that's what this is as well, is me just trying to get out of my own head when it comes to talking. There's this other man around here that's also, he's by himself and he's talking, and I'm like, see, I can do that too. I could do that. I can talk and be by myself, and it's fine. Nobody really gives a fuck. When you think about it, nobody really gives a fuck. People are just living their lives, and I'm living my own life. I originally heard about the Artist's Way book from Dochi. Apparently Dochi was reading and taking the program of The Artist's Way when she wrote her album Alligator Bites Never Heal. And that was the first time I had ever heard of it. And she won a Grammy for that album, so something must have worked. And there's just like, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it more and more. I even saw a TikTok that was somebody like trying to make fun of people for doing the Artist's Way. It's like, oh, you know your friend's going through it when they start doing the Artist's Way. And like, yeah, I am going through it. What about it? What about it? But I had been really considering like reading this book and like really going all in on my music. My therapist even recommended to me to start reading because I've been trying to doom scroll less. Because I've been really, like, I wake up in the morning and literally for an hour I will just sit in my bed and doom scroll. And like I know I need to stop doing that. And I have been getting better at it. Instead of doom scrolling, I've been playing the New York Times games as much as I can. I do find myself hopping onto Twitter and TikTok here and there, but for the most part, I'm just spending like 20 to 30 minutes instead of an hour on my phone in bed, and I'm mostly just playing New York Times games. But I would like to cut that down to maybe like 10 minutes of New York Times games and then wake up and either read, or as of right now, I'm doing my journaling, 3 pages of journaling, which takes roughly half an hour. And that has been helpful to get me to stop doom scrolling in the mornings. But yeah, what was I even talking about? How did I get here? The Artist's Way. I heard about it from Dochi, and then my therapist recommended that I start reading. And so I told Delaney, my friend, I was like, hey, let's go to Barnes & Noble. There's a book I want to get. And so we went to Barnes & Noble, and I got The Artist's Way. Oh no, actually, before I even told Delaney that I wanted to go get it, after I got it, I was watching, of course, a Vanilla Mace video. If you don't know, that's my queen. I was watching a Vanilla Mace video. It was the one where she was on Hassan Piker's on his stream, and they did like an advice session. And she recommended to somebody to do The Artist's Way. And at this point, I had not started reading it yet, and I was like, oh my god, all the signs are telling me to go start this freaking book right now. So I started it. I paused the video and I started reading it. I read the introduction over like the course of like 2 days, and it was really inspiring. I must say, it was really inspiring. My stomach is sweating so hard right now. Last Saturday, I read the first chapter and started implementing the program into my life. After I read the first chapter, I started working on my music again, and I made a song that I really, really, really fuck with. Like, it's to the point where like there's a certain part of the song that like gives me chills when I listen to it. I also I always know that I made a good song when I can't sleep later that night because I just keep thinking about the song and like replaying it in my head and like wanting to go work on it again. That happened the day that I made that song. I couldn't sleep that night, and that's how you know it's a good song. And I'm gonna get my friend Riley, who you've met in my vlogs, to record some bass and electric guitar for it, and I think it's gonna be really, really cool. And also, like, if there's any other people out there who make music or want to get into making music and want to collaborate, like, shoot me a freaking email, dude. I would love to work with you guys. And like, if you play an instrument, if you make music, if you make beats, if you are a sound engineer, if you are a producer, or if you want to be any of those things and you want to work on your craft, hit me up, dude. Hit me up. I'm so down. If you're a videographer, if you're a photographer, if you make clothes, if you want to be a stylist, if you want to be a manager, hit me up. I'm so down to I'm down to collab with people. I think that I need to start doing that. I did get sent this game. I forget what the developer company studio is called. I think it's an indie game, I think, called Gloomy Eyes. And it's kind of like giving Little Nightmares vibes a little bit, which I love. And I think I'm going to play that in a video. And they also gave me an extra key to be able to do a giveaway. So I think I'm going to do that for my next gaming video, which should be fun. It's going to be a new kind of game that I don't typically play on the channel, but it's something that I typically would play like in my real life. Because like my whole Stardew kind of persona thing is like, it is kind of a persona. Like it's kind of me, but it's also kind of like a character that I play. Like it's my YouTuber character. And I'm trying to get out of that and be me. So I'm going to play things that I actually want to play. Not that I didn't want to play any of the games that I've been playing so far, but it's just like I've always had the idea in mind of, oh, what's going to perform the best, and not like what do I really want to play. And I am really intrigued in this game. The trailer looks very cool, and I think it'll be fun. It only takes like 4 to 5 hours to complete, so I can knock it out in one video too, which is nice. Should have brought water, dude. That would have been nice. Yeah, I am very excited to start vlogging more, and getting into that kind of stuff here. By the way, I have a music channel that as of right now only has 200 subscribers. When I started making gaming content, I moved all of my music stuff, like my music videos, to a separate channel just because I wanted to keep the two separate. I posted a cover over there, bro. I posted a cover over there a few days ago. And I think I'm going to be posting more covers and stuff like that over there. So go subscribe to that. You can say you were there early, within under 1,000 subscribers. Whoa! Guys, junk journaling is so freaking cool. I also feel like it's like eco-friendly, because like otherwise this stuff would just be going in a landfill somewhere, you know? Like all the Labubu's will be. But like now it's just like in this journal, and I get to look back at it, and like it's kind of like a memory holder of like stuff I've done, places I've been, and all that kind of stuff. I think it's really cool. I think it'll really be cool when it's like filled out and I can look through it and like see all my memories, you know? It's like a journal almost, but like more mysterious. This is your sign to start junk journaling, by the way. This is your sign. I got this notebook from Barnes & Noble. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. But it has a little like pocket that I usually will stuff a bunch of trash into, and then once I gather enough, I'll start junk journaling, putting stuff together. I'm learning that like while I'm making music, just kind of like having fun with it is just the way to go, and not really not needing everything to be perfect right away. Like I said in the Artist Way earlier, judging your early work is artist abuse. Judging your early artistic work is artist abuse. Just play and let things happen. Let it come through you, you know? It's almost like opening a portal to the creator inside of you. When you open up yourself to playing with creativity, the creator comes out of you. The creativity inside of you flows out. There's a wasp. Where did it go? I think it's gone. I hope I don't get stung by a wasp. That would suck. You know, I got stung by a wasp one time in elementary school. I was at a water park at the top of a slide about to go down, and it stung me right at the top of the slide. Did I still go down the slide? Well, yes, I had to. But then I, went to first aid and they helped me. And that's the end of that. I don't really remember what it felt like, to be honest. And I don't want a reminder. But yeah, there's a song that I'm working on, the one that I'm really proud of, that it's not done yet. I still have to finish out the last chorus of the lyrics, which I think I'm going to do later today. So I'll be vlogging some of that too. Oh my god, this is my receipt for getting the Artist Way. I think a junk journal can say a lot about somebody. The trash you put out into the world says a lot about you. There's 2 lizards, and I'm scared of them. You see them? Ah. Scary. But yeah, the trash that you put out into the world, I think it says a lot about you. Like my birth control. I think it says a lot about you. I've got a bunch of receipts. I've got stickers. I've got, you know, just like trash that I've accumulated. It's very interesting to look at somebody's trash, you know? Like when you're in somebody's house and like you see their trash, or like it's almost like looking in someone's fridge, you know what I mean? Like what do you eat? What do you do? I went to Chili's recently. Go to Chili's, get the triple dipper with your friends and the dip trio. It will save you. Chili's will save you. But yeah, I hope that with all this helicopter, what's going on? I'm scared. I hope that this whole like kind of trying to move on from Stardew thing, I hope that you'll stick with me through it. If you're watching this and you came here for Stardew, why not just stick around and watch me become a blossoming musician? You know, why not just stick around and watch me become everything I ever dreamed of? I think it'll be beautiful. And I hope that I'm not disappointing anybody, but if I am, sorry, not sorry. Stardew worked for me for a while, and now I just need to move on. It is time for me to move on, and I hope that you'll stick around. But if you don't, that's okay too, because people who do fuck with me will find me, because that's just how it works. When you put yourself out there, like-minded people will find you. You attract what you are. Is that the saying? I don't know. So yeah, Stardew, I appreciate what Stardew has done for me. I really, really do. I wouldn't be doing this for a living if it wasn't for Stardew. Like I get that, and I am so grateful for Stardew, because it has given me so much happiness in my life, because I can do content creation for a living now, and I really enjoy making videos for you guys, and I don't want to stop making videos, but I do want to change the way that I make videos, because life is all about change, and you can't stay stagnant forever. The only constant in life is yourself. Even myself changes though. I'm blowing my own mind right now. I'm changing, and I'm allowing myself to change. I'm allowing myself to grow. In order to grow, you need to lose past versions of yourself. You need to let some things go. So let this be a lesson. Sometimes, in order to heal and grow and flourish, you need to let go of some things in your life. Listen to your intuition. I heard a TikTok once. This girl was talking about the difference between your intuition and your anxiety. It can be hard to tell what's your intuition and what's your anxiety. Your anxiety is usually an overbearing feeling, something that you're thinking about constantly. And your intuition is usually a subtle little flicker that can be easy to kind of wash away. But that's what you need to listen to. When you get a little flicker of, maybe I should do this, that's your intuition. Listen to your intuition. You know deep down what you need to do in order to live a fulfilling life and be happy. Sometimes letting go of people or things or ideas of yourself is really hard, but it's for the best. It's for the best. All right, and that's all my junk. All right, so that is it for my junk journal. It's thick now. She's thick. I'm gonna, I think, go back home. It's hot out here, but this has been really nice. I really enjoyed myself. I'm going to work on my song later, now that my creative well has been filled. What should I name him, by the way? Let me know in the comments. I don't have a name for him. He's just a little Stardew slime. But I fuck with him. If you've never painted rocks before, you should. Anyways, this has been Junk Journaling with Mariz. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. I'm back home. My fucking face right here. I ate a little bit of lunch and I took a nap. I just woke up and now, I don't know, whenever I take a nap, I always crave sweets right after. And lucky for me, I have cookie dough. Am I going to be making the cookies? No. Am I going to be eating the cookie dough raw? Yes, I will. There's one thing about me, I much prefer eating raw cookie dough than cookies. I don't know. It's just something about, I like cold desserts. I like a warm dessert like with some ice cream, but like it needs that coldness to it for me to be like, oh yeah, dude. So I'm gonna eat this and then start working on my song a little bit more. As I was saying about, being a stardew content creator and trying to sort of move on, like I am still playing Stardew on live streams. So like that is still technically part of the channel. But when it comes to being the first one to report on Stardew Valley news or like stuff like that Concerned Ape is doing and stuff like that, I just don't feel like it needs to be me anymore that does that. There are a lot of people that already do that. And it was already so stressful for me to like, when there was Stardew Valley news, to like be the first one to do it. Like that was always a little bit stressful. I always said that like I was technically like on call. Like whenever Concerned Ape posts something, like I have to be the first one to report on it. And that was cool for a little while. I just feel like there's so much more that I am called to do than to report on somebody else's art. I can make my own art that people will look forward to and want to support. I think in a way, I was sort of being a shadow artist. I was picking a career that was adjacent to art, but I was promoting somebody else's art because it was, I don't know, it was art adjacent and like it was something that I liked and something that people were picking up on. It worked. And it still technically would work if I kept doing it, but I just need to move on. And I need to pursue my art in my divine direction, whatever that means. I'm done being a shadow artist, and I'm ready to be a real artist. I'm a musician, and I have a gift that I need to share with the world, and I need to go all in. I've spent too much time burying my gift, and then it's time for me to bring it back out and to grow and learn more about my craft and really explore its potential and let it flourish. Because I think by letting it flourish, great things will happen. In The Artist's Way, there's a quote in the introduction that stood out to me, and it said, "Leap and the net will form. Leap and the net will form." So I'm leaping. I'm diving. Oh, I'm about to dive in. Whoa. I hope you're along for the ride. So if you don't know, my fans, the fandom, the Mariz fandom is called The Freak Shows. The backstory behind that is the first piece of music that I put out into the public was a song called Freak Show. And that's just kind of what I have been calling like my fans, like the Freak Shows. Those of you who are freak shows right now, you've been a freak from the start. Not everyone can say they've been a freak from the start. Because like, if you're watching me right now, you're a freak from the start. Not everybody can say they've been a freak from the start. You're in early. They're just waiting for everybody else to catch up. I'm cooking. So I kind of have this idea where in order to kind of fund my artistic journey, for those of you who want to help out with that and like want to see me come into my divinity. I don't know, dude. Come into my own as a musician. That's what I'm trying to say. For those of you who want to support that journey, let me know if you'd be interested in me starting a Patreon for, I don't know how much I would charge, but for whatever a month, I'd give you early access to my demos. That's kind of my main idea right now. Maybe like discounted merch whenever I do merch for my songs, or even the merch that I have right now. Discounted merch. If you have any other ideas, let me know. But because I do want to share this with you guys, but I don't want to share things too early. But like if you want to hear the early stuff, the demos, like I'd be willing to share that with you guys, for those who want to support me financially, if you have the means to. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I am hopeful for the future, and I think that good things are in store for me and for this channel. I am getting more comfortable with vlogging, and as I keep doing it, the vlogs will just keep getting better. Today was sort of like exposure therapy for me. I vlogged in public for the first time, talking out in public to a camera. It was fine. It was fine. There wasn't really a whole lot of people around. I was kind of just at my own little secluded picnic area, but there were some people that walked by, and I lived, bitch. I lived. I'm definitely going to be doing more vlogs, gonna be playing more games. I will still be playing Stardew. We're still doing Witchy Wednesdays. Don't fret. Do not fret. Witchy Wednesdays are still a thing. All right? Chill. Lots to look forward to. Lots of growth. Lots of healing. Lots of music. Lots of vlogs. And more gaming. Anyways, thank you so much for your support. And if you want to stick around for this journey, I really fuck with you, man. I fuck with you a lot. I fuck with you heavy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.